Tonight, the court glows like a wedding stage, where tradition meets modernity. Double celebrations ahead. First off, it's Delhi and Calicut. And their fans will celebrate each point with joy. Ahmedabad takes on Hyderabad. The teams will enter with pride. Every spike, every rally, a fresh blessing. 2 matches, one festive Sunday. Let the volleyball festivities begin.
You are all cordially invited for this marriage of possibilities. This is where talent meets opportunity. Up first in this Sunday doubleheader, we've got a repeat of last year's finals. The defending champions, the Calicut Heroes, taking on the Delhi Toofans, who are looking to get their campaign back on track. And then we've got the Ahmedabad defenders taking on the host city team, the Hyderabad Blackhawks. We're coming to you live from the GMC Balayogi Indoor Stadium in Hyderabad. It's day 11, match number 17 and 18. You saw a little wedding piece up top. And we've got two friends here who have been talking about matrimony and love, so much so that our friend Louis, who is almost half Indian now, has been humming a few romantic songs. Have you?
Yeah, a little bit.
What?
That's about right, isn't it?
Who are you missing?
Everyone at home, but not enough to not be enjoying myself either. Missing my partner, a little boy, my family, but I'm not writing any notes home yet.
Back to volleyball. By the way, that song was also from a film called Kanyadan, released in 1965. Just some additional information for you. Carla has no idea what we're talking about, and so we'll go back to volleyball. Right. Last night we saw a result that surprised all of us. Well done, Kolkata. They were on fire on court. They just completely blew Chennai away. By the way, Louis, you had made a prediction which didn't go down well with a few people, but have to say, Kolkata were on a different level last night.
Yeah, I certainly get some things wrong, especially early season. I mean, wow, we haven't seen that level of performance from the Thunderbolts for a couple of seasons. And yeah, hats off to Mr. Shanazy, because I think he's done a great job of organising them. If you looked at them, they looked like they had a system. They were all on the same page. I thought Ashwell Roy on the right side was really aggressive, and I was one that doubted that decision as well at the very beginning, but he's growing into that, and I think there's a very good balance. And I mean, Chennai were okay, but Kolkata were just one of those performances that was brilliant.
Completely blew Chennai away now. It looks like Kolkata's campaign has well and truly taken off. They were showing shades of what they did in the inaugural season. What about Chennai though? Jerome Vineet was kept quiet. When he's ineffective, Chennai look half a side, don't they?
Yeah, what Louis just said, they didn't look bad. I mean, it's been Kolkata playing also really well, but 17 unforced errors in total in 3 sets. This is almost more than a set, so it's too much. And they gained 1 block compared to Kolkata, who gained 6. So yeah, it's about this little statistics which makes the difference.
What about the defending champions? They will be on court tonight, and they've looked a pale shadow of what they did last year. That red-hot form is missing, and that's the reason why they find themselves bottom of the table. 3 matches, 3 losses. They just haven't been able to get going. Now, clearly, the road to redemption, the road to making a comeback in this league, with just 4 league games left for the Calicut Heroes, Louis, starts with their captain, Mohan Ukrapani. He's got to lead the way, show them the way. It still is possible to make a comeback, perhaps still an outside chance of making it through to the semis.
Yep, he certainly does have to keep stepping up. I thought he was better in that last game. I thought they were better in that last game. But it couldn't really get much worse for them in a way either, because they'd been so poor. I think Sonny Joseph's starting to find his strongest 6, and how that's going to affect Ukra is they're going to start passing better, and that's the sort of zone that Ukra wants the ball in, where he can run the middle, run the reverse set, and he's got all of his options open. So I think there's a big role here for Santosh coming in and really dominating on the outside. because Bosco hasn't worked, Tharusha hasn't sort of played out as of yet. But as soon as Ukra gets the ball into a better position, he can really pull the strings. And I think he hasn't been leading a lot like he's used to because the pass hasn't been there.
Carla, you watched the highlights of what the Calicut Heroes did last year as part of your preparation for this season. You've seen them on court thrice. 3 losses. Is it an issue with the personnel, the team, or is it a performance issue? Is it an execution issue? What's going wrong with this side?
Same, they have a high rate of unforced errors. And what I saw the last match, they raced their game. It was really interesting to see. They weren't bad. They raced it up. They had so much more fast settings. They had lovely combos, which we have seen. And it was really joyful. Actually, even they were losing, even joyful to watch.
Right, what about you guys and girls who've been sort of enjoying this league? Some of you are watching this league for the first time. Just a quick reminder of the RR Kabil league format. 7 league games followed by the semis. Every team plays 7 league games and then the semis for the top 4. Each match is a best of 5 and all sets will be a race to 15 points. A 3-2 win will give you just the 2 points for a win and the 1 point to the losing team. However, if you win 3-0 or 3-1, you get 3 full points on the points table. Now, Delhi have had 2 losses, just the 1 win against the Hyderabad Blackhawks. They've got 4 points. I've got to talk about one of my favorite players in this league for the last couple of years, this year as well. His spirit, his vibe, his body language, his skills finally makes the profession of a libero very attractive. Very little is spoken about this man, Anand, the Delhi Toofans libero.
Unless you're talking.
Oh, yeah. I think he's good for the short boys club.
He is.
Short man, big ability. He's an absolute firecracker on court. Jack in the box, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's going to be a big difference this evening because looking at the libero stats, he's sort of 10% better than the sort of opposition this evening in Calicut. So you saw that defense there. He's already celebrating before the balls or the points being won, which is absolutely wild. But that was probably an even better dig. He's getting himself into good positions. He's also covering the hitter. So the hitters will know they can be really aggressive because Anand's going to be there behind him. So he's sort of covering all bases at the moment for his team. There's a couple of things I'd love to see, just a little bit more aggressive with that first touch to get the setter into a more aggressive position. But he's certainly showing the league what the libero should be doing. And he was great last season as well.
Yeah, he seems to be the playmaker, the mood maker, the mood builder for the Delhi Toofans. And perhaps for those who are watching volleyball for the first time this season, he's perhaps highlighting or putting the spotlight on why a libero is so important for any team in this game. The role of a libero is so crucial, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, the main point is he's a specialist in the defensive department. His main job is to get the passes well done to the setter and to take the responsibility for the whole team in the first touch.
Yes, from a super libero, let's go across and tell you what Scapia's super point is. It's my favorite innovation in this league. It's an innovation that's worth 2 points. You can call for it before your team has reached 12 points. And well, if you win that point, you get 2. If not, the opposition gets 2 points as well. Now, the Bank of Baroda super serve is simply put a serve that's not touched by any player, any opposition player. It's worth 2 points. A super serve can be scored on a super point and it'll get you 2 points, and the super point can be used again as well. Now, match number 17, Delhi Calicut, quick prediction and scoreline. Be very careful. They're watching. Everyone's watching.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry if I can constantly disappoint you. It seems to be a habit of my life. As we go, we look towards the future and we see what's going to happen. I'm going to go with Delhi 3-1. I think the Heroes are going to keep improving, but I think the improvements they need is just too much. There's so many holes to fill at the moment.
Toofans arrived at the party.
3-0?
3-1.
Okay, I'm going to go for a 3-0 sweep from the Delhi Toofans against the Calicut Heroes. That's what's coming up. It's match number 17. It's a repeat of last year's final where the Calicut Heroes prevailed against the Delhi Toofans. Sakle and Tarek Anand are the 2 attractions. This league has touched millions of people, young kids as well. Now, one of India's largest, in fact, one of the world's biggest spiritual non-profit foundations, the Isha Foundation, organizes India's largest sporting festival which focuses on rural India. It's called the Isha Gramotsavam. It covers about 2 lakh villages, 2 lakh athletes across 35,000 villages. And some of the young athletes that performed and participated and did really well at the Gramotsavam were our guests last night at the RR Kabil Prime Volleyball League. Well, here, take a look at what they said about the league as we head into a break, and we'll have live action for you on the other side.
Myself, Shweta Esrai.
I am Rekha Rai PS.
Isha Gramotsava 2025 Throwball winners.
My name Manigandan, Isha Gramotsam, best attacker. 2025 champions volleyball, Isha Gramotsam.
ನಮಗೂ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸೇಮ್ ವಾಲಿಬಾಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯರ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ ಥ್ರೋಬಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೂರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಲೈವ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಆ ಡ್ರೀಮನ್ನು ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಪುಷ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಅದು ಗ್ರೇಟ್ எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் கொடுத்து ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
நான் சும்மா சாதாரண ஒரு கிராமத்தில் விளையாண்டுட்டு இருக்கிறேன். பிரைம் வாலிபாலுங்கிறது ஒரு ப்ரொஃபஷ்னலாக விளையாடுறது இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் பிளேயர்லாம் வந்து விளையாட போகிறாங்க. அதை நான் டிவிலையும் செல்லுலேயும் தான் வாட்ச் பண்ணி பார்த்துட்டு இருப்போம் எப்படி விளையாடுறாங்கட்டு. இப்போ நேரில் வந்து போய் பார்க்குறப்ப என்னால் தாங்க முடியல அந்த சந்தோஷத்தை. சாமிஜி வந்து சொல்லக்குள்ள எங்கள் ஊர் மக்கள் ஒரு கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 500 பேருக்கு மேலே இருந்தாங்க. அவங்க முன்னாடி சொல்லக்குள்ள என்னோட எங்கள் ஊர் மக்கள் இன்னும் அதிகமாக சந்தೋಷಪಟ್ಟಾங்க.
ನಮ್ಮಂತ ಆ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸಿಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗೋದು ತುಂಬ ಕಮ್ಮಿ. ಸೊ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಇದೆ.
பிரைம் வாலிபாலில் என்னுடைய ஃபேவரட் பிளேயர் வந்து ஜெரோமினிட் அண்ணா, அவர் தான் ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும்.
We are ready, let's go volleyball.
Hello, Hyderabad! Good evening and welcome to Season 4 of RR Kabul Prime Volleyball League, powered by Scapia. This is where every rally roars and every point feels like lightning. And tonight promises to be no different. It is Delhi Toofans versus Calicut Heroes! A quick toss update, Calicut Heroes won the toss and picked a side. And now let's welcome our referees for the match today. First referee, Mr. D. Dayanidhi, and second referee, Mr. Ajit Singh.
powered by Scapia. It's Super Sunday time and Delhi Toofans take on the Calicut Heroes in a repeat of last year's final. Coming to you live from the GMC Balayogi Indoor Stadium here in Hyderabad. A quick look at the points table will reveal that Calicut find themselves fighting for wooden spoon position. In fact, they haven't won a single game and have managed only a solitary set win, while Delhi will look to make an upwardly mobile movement from their 7th position. Time now for the introduction of both the teams. Sarthak Lal is down there at the tunnel to herald the arrival of both the teams.
Mohan Ukrapandian's team goes up against Saklain Tariq's side on this Super Sunday. Let's begin this one by welcoming the Calicut Heroes!
They are the defending champions, the Calicut Heroes, but they certainly haven't lived up to their billing. Mohan Ukrapandian and his team will be looking to notch up their opening win. They in fact got off to a solitary set only in the previous game, and much expectation will be held on Mohan Ukrapandian, and there will also be plenty riding on Santosh, who played for the Delhi Toofans last year, and the likes of Abdul Rahim, Vikas Man, and the big serving Ashok Bishnoi will hold the key to Calicut's fortunes on this Super Sunday.
The Toofans made an impact in their previous match. Will the run continue? We shall find out today. Let's welcome the Delhi Toofans!
The Delhi Toofans, in their opening season, in their very first season last year, made it to the finals. But the head-to-head against the Calicut Heroes stands at 1-2. The only victory that they managed last year was in the Super 5, but that, according to Saklain Tariq, would be ancient history, because they have a solid team perched on 7th in the points table. They'll fancy the chances, especially with the two Venezuelans in their side, Carlos Berrios and Jesus Chaurio. Also starting is the birthday boy, George Anthony. A very happy birthday to you, who has picked up pace in the previous encounter. Delhi Toofans will certainly fancy their chances in a redux of the clash from last year. Time now for the Indian national anthem.
Requesting all those who could stand to please rise for the Indian national anthem.
నేషనల్ యాంథమ్ కోసం అందరూ దయచేసి నించోవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాము.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
A big evening. If you're a Calicut hero, Shabim in the middle there, signed for 22.5 lakhs. There's the captain of the Delhi Toofans and the Wonder Boy Libero and next to Saklain Tariq. They will both have very big roles to fill this evening. It'll be a Delhi Toofans you'd feel that have a little bit more energy about them. A performance is desperately needed here though, as the toss took place just moments ago. Calicut won the toss and they chose the side that they wanted to start things off on this evening. As we have a look at this amazing arena in Hyderabad, the Delhi Toofans start with Ayush as the blocker, Saklain Tariq as the centre, George Anthony on his birthday will start as the attacker. Carlos Berrios is somebody improving, somebody we weren't talking about until his great performance last time out. Mohamed Yazim as the second middle blocker, and Jesus Chaurio will start. Two Venezuelans, two key cogs to this unit. You expect that they will have to fire if the Delhi Toofans want to keep pushing towards the top four. Saklain Tariq almost blocking Manoj Nair, who led this team all the way to the finals just last year. Are they as strong as last year? That is debatable, but are they willing to work this evening against the Calicut Heroes side, who have been struggling? There's no surprise that Santosh has come in this evening, as Sonny Joseph is still working for his strongest six. Kiran Raj starts as the second attacker outside, and he certainly showed signs of really impressing on the wing. Shamimuddin, Abdul Rahim, Mohan Ukapandian and Vikas Mann make up the starting 7. Vikas Mann, the middle blocker, retained from that title-winning side last year, as Sonny Joseph, the head coach, former head coach of the Thunderbolts, won the league with them. Had some struggles with the Mumbai Meteors over the last couple of seasons, so he's used to some adversity in this league and in these situations. By the first referee, D. Dayanidi. And his second referee, our favourite in the commentary box, Ajit Singh. Well, as Ajit Singh's on the screen, it would only be right to introduce my commentators next to me. Manish Patavia, hello sir, the voice of Indian volleyball, and Carla Borger, two-time Olympian and volleyball, beach volleyballing expert. Good evening, team. We have a couple of very big games for some teams desperate for victories this evening.
Thank you, Louis. Very kind of you. Carla Borger has been loving her time here in India, and I'm sure she'll witness, much like all of you, millions watching us on the Sony Sports Network and on YouTube, will this contest between last year's finalists, the defending champions Calicut Heroes, and the runners-up, the Delhi Toofans. Calicut, bottom of the table, 3 losses in 3 matches. The Toofans still have a chance to salvage their campaign. They need to get back into their 2024 group now against the Calicut Heroes. This is a good chance to win and win big.
Well, last season, if you would have said this would be where the teams are in the league, we would both be surprised, wouldn't we?
Absolutely, but a lot has changed at the auction.
No Toronto for Calicut, no Kishore Kumar, no Shailene Brandu, the head coaches for Calicut, no Daniel Montezedi, no Luis Perotto. The changes have been very, very big for the Heroes, and I think too many changes can certainly hurt. But for Delhi, I think they're missing the likes of Aponza, and they're missing the likes of Santosh on that wing, who's now lining up against his former side this evening. Big start though, and if Calicut do start with some energy, I do wonder about Delhi, KB as well, that if Calicut start fast, we've seen Delhi just sort of lose their energy at times this season already.
Yeah, well, the first 2 points weren't the ones Calicut Delhi were expecting. Me neither.
Yeah, me neither. As it's been a tough start to the season for them.
You mentioned Aponza. I think Churio sort of seems to fill that hole for sure. Churio's commanding presence on court helps matters. Sakleen Tariq very aggressive as well. Although I did joke about him wanting to, needing to smile a little bit more and look a little more relaxed. But maybe that's his.
Yeah,
that works for him, being aggressive on court.
Laser Dodzic was playing on the right side a fair bit for Delhi last year, and what a swing! It's going to go wide, or is it? There's a touch off the block. It's another one for Calicut. Okay, they mean business, and this for me, the worrying thing here is that both of the overseas players have struggled, and Santosh has been on the bench. And Santosh has played in 2 finals of this league for a reason. And he is incredibly high. And as I said before, I think Sonny Joseph has struggled to find his best 6. And sometimes it can be a little bit of a kick if your best 6 doesn't involve your sort of star players from overseas. That goes back to the pin, and their block of Delhi is good.
I think Delhi is a far better team than we've seen. On potential, on paper. They do have a lot of playmakers, a lot of game changers, a lot of match winners. Things just haven't settled in for them in a format that needs you to get going right from the word go, from game 1, and they're 3 games down already.
Yeah, I believe that they are in a position that they need to win every game. So I think their attitude should reflect that. And at the moment, their attitude isn't reflecting that off the bat, so I'd be worried, because if I was a player here, I'd be so fired up with the start start that we've had. They know they have tough games coming. They've already lost 2. You can't afford to lose sort of 3 of 7. That's leaving it a little bit to chance. So you should expect a real high energy, a real aggressive performance. And luckily they're against the Calicut side, who might just give them a few points. They might not just hold their level this evening.
If they win their next 4 matches 3-0, you'll see that mind smile a lot more. This is Sai Prakash Komiredi, the CEO of Resolute Sports, the owners of the Delhi Toofans. Oh, where did that land? Never so close to that end line. Sakleen Tariq, a tactical serve that. 5-3 to Calicut, still early days in this game.
Is this the first All-Indian 7 that we've seen in this league this season? I don't think any other team have left sort of both overseas players on the bench. Shamim with the serve, he was a massive acquisition, but as we were saying before, for him to really fulfill that price tag, that pass has to come in and long, and it hasn't been there. But Delhi are finding their feet here. They're going to have to show patience. They're going to have to stick with it. The good set from Sakleen Tariq, good width, good speed. I've been impressed with Berrios.
All the teams that are doing well have been supported by foreign players, really leading the charge and helping teams to find their groove soon. If you look at the Norwegians from Mumbai, they've done so well.
Yeah, I would say that's been the perfect mix so far, because you have your Shubham, you have your lad who's setting really well, and then you've just brought in 2 real professional guys. Also for the Torpedoes, they've recruited really well in terms of having a great Indian core to the team. But then on top of that, saying, okay, we're going to bring a bit of an X factor to what we're doing. The Heroes are, I think, I won't work this the right way. I feel like their recruitment policy will probably change after this season.
Yeah, they've got Dieter Bosco and Tamasha Chauhan, the 2 foreign players, both of them outside hitters, not on court tonight, thus far for the Calicut Heroes. Since we mentioned the Norwegians, I love their names as well. Ostvik and Loftensen, the Norwegians.
Well, one off the block here, and that's better from Delhi. I think have started slow, but I actually like this energy. I think Santosh has come in and delivered the goods early on, and I believe that they're already playing at a far better level, Calicut, than what we saw, especially in that first game against Hyderabad. They also lost against the Mumbai Meteors, but Mumbai are not giving anybody anything this season in this league.
Sakleen sets it for Ayush. And again, this time he goes outside. And it's worked. Delhi now starting to find their bearings in this game. They've taken a while to wake up. But nicely done that by George Anthony, the birthday boy. Net enrich super defense led to this.
It certainly did. A net enrich super defense. And that won't be the first or the last that we see of those.
Oh, super serve. A touch of luck then for the Delhi Toofans, and they're now in the lead by 1 point. After that, Bank of Baroda super serve. Time now for an Amul cool technical timeout. Back in just a bit. Stay tuned to Sony and YouTube.
Well, it's a bank of Baroda's super serve to change direction of this opening set. A little bit of luck there for the Delhi Toofans. And have a look at George. He is over the moon. Delhi, from 7-4 down, have taken the lead, and it's Berrios that will fire up the furnace yet again. It's another big serve after a timeout, and that's never easy. And now, really for the first time, we're seeing Calicut under pressure, and that's a very good swing on the outside. Santosh again is showing his penalty. It's a really good swing. He chooses to go off the middle blocker.
I'd like the Delhi Toofans tighten the defense a little bit. You know, they've backed Ayush and Mohammad Jasim. They've got a couple of other blockers in the lineup in Brijas and Ajay Kumar. Brijas, 32 years of age, Ajay Kumar, 29 as well. So, not sure if they'll be fielded ever, at least in this season so far. This seems to be their combination. If the defense can tighten up, maybe that'll be the start of good things to come for the Toofans then. A diagonal serve straight to the birthday boy. Shot set. And it's worked. Ayush Sharma with that last slam. The ball ricocheting off the block and landing outside. 9-8 now for the Toofans.
Yeah, it's a top pass from George. It really is. Because it's got some heat on it, that serve. And it's never easy to pass that out there on that sideline. And that means they can bring the middle in. And we see that a lot in this league. We really see the outside really trying to help on the... when the 10 attack or the opposite is on the backcourt. And that pass is just off the net. And then it's ended up being an overpass again. A bit scrappy, you'd say, from the Heroes. Not the scrappiest that we've seen from them this season. But that first pass has to be a little bit more aggressive to allow Ukra. This is the thing that we're talking about in the pre-show. He has to still come off the net to work that one. And that's exactly what the middle blocker sees. And that's why he can get across and make a second block. That pass has to be better.
Sakleen Tariq said out of my way with that point. Ultra-aggressive captain Sakleen Tariq. Take a look at that. So beautifully done. Such a cool-headed finish that from Abdul Rahim, the Calicut Heroes Universal. The 31-year-old and RR Kabil super spike.
There was almost no time for him. So you see the tactic of the Calicut Heroes. They play super fast sets, and they changed it from the last couple of matches. And I do like it. I mean, they need to have a good pass, but it's their solution on how raising their game.
Yeah, and we've seen more combinations. We've seen the middle go wider and the outside hitter come in between and sandwich the play. So there are signs of different things coming into the team. The thing is are they consistent enough with the first touch? Because I just don't think, even that pass they put away, the libero's pass was too fast, and over time that's going to be a problem.
That's a way of playing. You need a good passing.
Yeah, and allow the setter to speed it up. Yeah, I don't think you really need the passer to pass the ball too quick.
Ukra sets it for Abdul Rahim, and he has been blocked this time. They saw it coming. Very good anticipation from the birthday boy, George Anthony.
Yeah, I feel a bit sorry for the Heroes. That ball's in a good spot, actually, I think, from Ukra, and he's just sort of pulled out of the swing. When things are not going your way, you come out fired up trying to change it. But then as soon as the team sort of pushes back against you, it's a little bit of a struggle. The NTPC MVP leaderboard, Joel Benjamin, Dylan Penrose lead the way in this league. Shubham Chowdhury has been on great form. Jerome Beneath, interesting at the moment because Chennai got battered last night by a very, very strong side from the Thunderbolts. The Kolkata Thunderbolts are on the way up in this league after that performance. And everyone will be looking over their shoulder a little bit.
Well, we're almost at the halfway mark of Season 4 of the RR Kabil Prime Volleyball League, powered by Scapia. And the Super Point, also powered by Scapia, will rev things up a little bit. Delhi Toofans have a chance to go up 14-9. Although, the score could also well be 12-11 if the Calicut Heroes win this next point, which is worth 2. Here we go. Rookie serve, Ukra sets it, the triple block is there, and it's blocked for the Toofans. They now have 5 set points. Well done.
Yeah, this is sort of what we spoke about in their last game. They run this combination play, Escapia super point, and all of a sudden they're ready for it. Churio says, I'll take the middle man, and then you take, I think it's, is it Santosh coming in from the wing? Yeah, they knew it was coming, and that's the thing, once you run the combinations and you see it, they're quite easy to stop.
And for sure, the coaches were looking all the combinations, the combos, and now it's not a surprise anymore what they are playing.
Yeah, everyone's on the stats in this league, everyone's watching closely. Super spike, that's a great play. And that's the thing, they're going to have to feed that wider set regardless to A, keep him interested, he's a great middle player, but B, to be able to run those tempos around him.
A cookie down the line, should be an easy finish for, oh, it wasn't. Churio, slightly lazy shot that. I thought he would hit it doubly hard. Strange. 3 more set points for Delhi.
Great new in-year assurance, super block. 1 more point for the Calicut Heroes.
As cookie serves go, that was a good cookie serve. Straight down the line, very difficult to pass.
Caramel.
Caramel cookie?
Yes.
Okay, I like it. Well, now it's time for the Kabel top 5 attackers. JV at the top, 50 points, 39 for Chirac. Nathaniel Dickinson, who I feel like we haven't seen for a few nights because it seemed like Goa were a fixture in this league every other evening in the first week. Batsuri and Benjamin.
Jerome Vinith already has 50. Didn't even realize such is his efficiency. Very quietly goes on to score points. Jerome Ukra, the captain. One of the stalwarts of Indian volleyball, the captain of the Calicut Heroes, holds the key for this team to make a comeback. They're facing 3 set points. Delhi must finish it now. And they have. Well, that arrow has done the job. And it's been an easy outing thus far for the Delhi Toofans. The Calicut Heroes yet to arrive. Reeling from 3 losses, they still haven't found their groove in their 4th match. The first set going to last year's finalists. Saklin Tariq's Delhi Toofans up 1 set. And they haven't really had to do much in this game so far.
Yeah, remember the Heroes were 7-4 up in that first set, and then the super serve changed things around pretty quickly. Toofans take the opener here in Hyderabad, 15-11. Heroes, but then they went off the boil very quickly. The Delhi Toofans, Bank of Baroda Super Serve, Carlos Berrios sort of changed things around at the Amor technical timeout, and 6 successful spikes. Is there anything standing out for you guys there? I mean, we spoke about Uka at the beginning of the show, didn't we? Do you feel that he's showing those leadership skills that we spoke about, or he's struggling to get the ball in the right position? That is in the right position. Could be a foot fault.
Yeah, this could be, but no one is talking about or asking for it. I think the first set looked actually quite good for the Calicut Heroes. Just standing, not being the way that everybody was thinking of. So again, they're really depending on the good passing. So their game is totally on the perfect passing for their quick sets. So if this is not happening, they will get in big trouble.
Sanat Arkabel, super spike. Good serve down the line. They've done that a fair amount, the Heroes, trying to really pin the front court receiver, and that's to make it difficult for them to kick out and swing. So if you put the hitter on the front court under pressure in the pass, it should make things more difficult. Also makes it difficult to find options from there. I like that serve. It's just whether it holds up in court over a period of time. We've seen the bang bang from Churio this season. Now we see him just take pace off the ball and plant one over the top. It's a nice play.
Arrowman goes soft in this one. Ah, nicely with his full hand on the ball. No chance for the defense.
But I want to know who's on the tip there, because if you have a line block, you can sit the libero on the tip over the top. The 6th player can sit in between the 2 blockers if they don't fit. So for me, the tip is open, but there should be organisation there to say, in this situation, you take the tip. So that's nobody diving for it. It's sort of the epitome of the problems that Calicut have.
Coach Louis, we love you.
Yeah, I do end up having to put people in places sometimes on a volleyball court. But that's for me. If somebody tips it, somebody should be diving for it. Is what I'm saying. There should be somebody there.
Magic moment for the birthday boy. George Anthony gives it the full rip and hits a Bank of Baroda super serve. Found the right angle. Great trajectory as well, as you can see on this replay. No chance whatsoever to even get a touch. Watch it sail away. Watch it land in that sweet spot. Anand, a big hug for the birthday boy. The Toofans are pumped up. And they lead by 4 against the defending champions. 5-1 it is. Brilliant serve that from George Anthony.
The top 5 setters in the league, the Icon top 5 setters, Matthew West, no surprise there, and Lad Vasan. Both teams not having lost a game all season. Jitin is finding his way up that leaderboard, and Byron Keturakis, hopefully he's recovered from that head injury that we saw out here just yesterday. Well, there's no place on that leaderboard for Uka at the moment, and if you are the Calicut Heroes, you have to wonder what their focus will be if they lose again this evening. You'd think they'd have to start thinking about, oh, that's been given in. I thought initially it was out, but it is a huge, huge serve again from the birthday boy. It's another Bank of Baroda super serve. There is no review, and all of a sudden, it's 7-1, and it's the same serve again. You have to fix it. You cannot make the same mistake twice in a row, and you cannot leave that seam open. What is going on with the Heroes?
Probably nothing.
I think it's a brain fade moment. In fact, 2 of those. They just don't look alert and awake enough, sadly. The Calicut Heroes were such a mighty fine side last year. There's something special about them, and somehow, strangely, in less than 11 months from then, they just look lost.
You've honestly got to think that they lose tonight and it's back to the drawing board for next season. Who do we retain? Where are we going with this? And how are we going to make it better? Because at the moment, it's not been in the right spot. Any of the games, one good set performance against the defenders is all we've really seen. As we go to the more called technical timeout, it's 8-2 Delhi, and there's no way back here for the Heroes. Yeah, we'll call emerging players. You know what you have to be. Under 25, never played for India. Ashok Bishnoi leading the way at the moment. That's very, very good. Nanda Gopal surprises me for being on that list. As Sonny Joseph has called already for Escapia Super Point, and that is a sign of the desperation. The ball is off the net. There's another heading out. They look for the touch, they get the touch, and they get the 2 points. But the pass just wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly. More or less a cookie one. Wonderful made by Escapia Super Point. But the pass is not on point. It's somewhere. But it's not the accuracy I think everybody needs.
Well, you're saying if they serve tough, sure, you're going to have to manage that risk and it can come off the net a little bit. But if it's cookie serves and it's in bad positions, well then you're just making everybody else suffer around you by not doing your job. Easy picking so far.
Wow, nice swing of Churio.
Aiming for the hands with that spike. Churio. Line 4 now. They won the first set. Free ball for Delhi now. Anand. Here comes Sakleen. Then comes Churio. Oh, still in play. Somehow still in play, Anand. Hot potato stuff, and Sakleen prevails. Or does he? No. Point has been awarded to Calicut.
Right, this is also the reason why I'm not backing Delhi at the moment to make it through to the Final Four. When they need organisation, it's an excellent super defence. I mean, that's an unbelievable reaction from Ukra. The libero sort of just got hit. But they have to be quicker on that free ball, and they have to make that point theirs. And it's just too scrappy from Delhi. Anand needs to be all over that. That was a crazy rally, because I think it just sort of hit the libero from Calicut and ended up just ricocheting off of Ukra. If Ukra wasn't there, that would have gone flying into the stand.
So, oh, very good anticipation right at the end. I think it was a very last minute, last second, microsecond call for Sakleen to let it land. Would have looked foolish if that had landed inside or on the line. Take a look at that.
Yeah, there's a few confident kids out there. That happens a lot. And every time somebody does it, you do want it to hit their platform. It's more fun that way.
I have a dream. Someday I'll see Sakleen smile. Anand. Sakleen. Goes down the line. Does the job. The birthday boy cuts the cake.
You know, like at the moment, it's like watching a heavyweight boxing match where you just don't have your hands up to defend yourself. So you just keep getting hit round the face. And that's sort of what we're watching here, because the player's just never in the right space. Akabel super spike. Yeah, it's a wild watch, this.
So clearly touched the line. Calicut Heroes first wanted to take this review, or order a cappuccino, whatever we are saying. But they, at the end, they decided not to do and to keep it for the next upcoming sets.
Carlos. That was flat, fast and long.
Well, Mr. Bengaluru this evening in with the Calicut Heroes. He gets everywhere, that man.
He only sits when his team is not playing.
But that's true.
He's friends with a lot of the other owners. Very good friends with Safir, the owner of the Blackhawks Hyderabad, the very passionate owner, team owner, Safir, wonderful man. Bang versus 2. Anand never goes wrong.
Again, it's another massive problem here, isn't it? No block, just rolled into the net, and it is just easy pickings, left, right and centre. It doesn't matter who it is at the minute. It's whether the reception unit are not doing their job, whether they're not playing defence in the right spot so they're getting beaten, whether the pass isn't in the right spot, which it's not. Everything at the moment is a weakness, Carlo.
There is Safir, the owner of the Calicut Heroes, not the Blackhawks Hyderabad. He's so passionate, is Safir. Wonderful man, as I said. And he wants to see this team do well. He was in tears last year when they won the trophy, Safir. He's one of the co-owners of this wonderful franchise. A great set of fans as well back in Kerala, in Calicut. The Red Army, I'm sure the team is missing the Red Army. They haven't come to Hyderabad this season. It's not been as noisy without them.
Travelling, aren't they? I remember in the first season last year, the Red Army just made a racket. It was unbelievable. And you have to feel for them, because this isn't the sort of the squad or the performance that they would have wanted to see out here. Like, again, swinging the arms defensively. That's probably the one bit of Santosh's game that lets him down the most. It's the defense. But this is easy pickings at the moment, and this game is going to be done quick unless the Heroes figure it out.
Such an easy outing thus far for the Delhi Toofans. I think the Calicut Heroes need to give the Red Army a reason to arrive here. Win a game, get off the mark. 3 matches, 3 losses. They lose tonight, their campaign will pretty much be done and dusted.
Yeah, I mean, we all follow sports teams, don't we? If they're performing and you feel like they've got everything in the right spot, you'll sort of go and support them. Sort of works both ways, but when it's not going well, it sort of doesn't make sense.
I think more than the results, it's the manner in which Calicut are losing. That's the problem. If they were competing at a certain level, the fans wouldn't mind losses, I think.
And I mean, the easiest comparison we can make is last night, the last game we saw the Thunderbolts, who didn't start the season well, but they look like they've got better in terms of their systems, the sort of defensive placement where they are, and here's a man who's done a lot of damage, but we don't see any improvements. Then we see them try and add the odd new bit of offense to score them 1 point, but we don't see them bringing in the discipline and the structure of the play that's going to make them harder to beat. Their issue hasn't been really scoring points, it's just that they're too easy to beat.
Osama Rehmat ready to serve with Delhi having 5. What is that, Black? Oh, it's over! Ha! Okay, that was anticlimactic. A service error, and the Delhi Toofans win the second set in hardly any time. They haven't had to break a sweat in this match. The Calicut Heroes are yet to compete. That one touched the antenna, and that's a clear foul. And Delhi will take this happily. Sakleen is pumped up and so his team. This seems more like match practice for them. Mr. Sai Prakash Kobi Reddy will be a happy man. Another wonderful man that runs this wonderful franchise. That's been the story so far. 15-11, 15-9, the first two sets to the Toofans. Back in just a bit with set number 3. Stay tuned.
On a performance like this, I don't know how much the stats really tell the story. 12-8 in terms of successful spikes, 2 blocks to 1. Unforced errors are the same. But remember, in the opening set, this Heroes team was 7-4 up. And since then, the score's been 24-13 to the Delhi Toofans. Abhinam Salah leading the way in terms of the Bank of Baroda top 5 servers, and Setu's just squeezed his way on that list, and that's a list that he's used to usually leading in this league. So he's showing that he's led the path for others to follow in terms of how important the serve is. The new India Assurance top 5 blockers, Prince is turning into blocking royalty here this season. Mujib in 2nd place, he's having a good year, and Abhinam is on that list again. Abhinam already looking like he could be one of the MVPs of the season just on those 2 stat sheets alone.
If not the Emerging Player Award for sure. We'll have to check if he's eligible. Pipe attack straight to that man in the backcourt. Churio gets a touch off the block and unleashes this arrow. Arrow man Churio. Arrow man Jesus Churio, a 34-year-old from Venezuela, doing the job for the Delhi Toofans like that.
I can't get my head around how many errors there are defensively and in the pass. And if it's not in the pass or defensively, it's in the set, or they're missing a serve into the aerial, or like this is like. I don't think I'm being harsh, but I haven't seen a performance quite like this in this league. It really needs to go back to basics, and I little bit sorry for Calicut at the moment, but they have scored. They are off the mark.
I totally agree, and I don't want to bash because I like the team so much, but I have also difficulties in taking notes because there's nothing there right now.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately bashing a bit too much, I'd say, but I think if there's any sign now that the franchise... Oh, okay, maybe a spark! Maybe a spark! They needed something. Santosh gets a cheer off Sonny Joseph. Give him 2 and give him a 3-1 lead. Back to Verona, super serve. Santosh hits the seam. Anand, that's all you, buddy. You've got to release your front court receiver. Carlos Berrios is waiting for Anand to come and take that.
Great dig over there. Churio got blocked. Louis, maybe we are wrong. So, was another great serve. And a new India assurance super block.
Yeah, I don't think we're wrong. I think Santosh has gone back and said, you know what, I've got to serve the leather off this ball. And this is some of the toughest float serving that we've seen this season from Santosh. And I really like him, but we're not seeing many get the rip on the ball. And that's putting Delhi under pressure. He's tried to hit 3 different locations there. I like that. He's gone to the right seam, he's gone to the left seam, and he's tried to go to the line. They're still a long way back. They're leading by 2, but you feel like they're still a long way behind. And again, that ball's very quick from Ukra, and it makes defense, I think, a little bit easier. Churio's in the game again. That sets in a far better spot from Saklein Terek, and Churio, when that ball gets across him, looks a lot more dangerous.
And it's really hard for Churio to hit this Cabo super spike. It was so far away from the net, almost 2 meters. He still got it somehow cross court, close to the line.
I have a question for Arrow Man. How many arrows does he have in his quiver?
Yeah, he has a few, doesn't he?
Yeah, just never runs out.
Yeah. He's almost as excited as you are when we get to go out for lunch. that's the sort of thing that I see from you when we're sat in a restaurant. Okay, that pass again, too tight. Easy pickings for Carlos.
Delhi are such an attractive side. I think they do have an outside chance of going through, but they've got to get going now. They've got just, what, 1 win thus far? It's a team that I want to see in the semis.
Yeah.
There's something about that side.
I think they have to win every game.
And big, 3-0, 3-1. They don't need any more 5-setters, because that will complicate matters a lot for them.
The thing is, and I know that we're supposed to have an opinion here, but I find it really hard to know how well Delhi are playing when Calicut have played like they have done for the first 2 sets. You can't really get a judge on... Yeah, they haven't made as many errors, but there's been a bit of a difference in class. And I don't think that they've been, or had to be that amazing tonight, Delhi, to beat this Calicut side, which is crazy.
Yeah, Delhi, I think, realized that Calicut showed some sparks at the start of this set, and therefore they've seemed to have raised their game. Churio is the man that they can trust. Carlos Berrios is there as well, who went down the line with that big slap.
That's not, and slap's a good word, because it means he's kept his hand really high, and that means he can turn it late.
5 apiece now in the 3rd set. Delhi looking to finish this in 3. Calicut hoping to take it to 4. Not much has gone their way, but they've got to keep doing that. Shami Muddin. Smart move, that little dumpling at the heart of the court. Deposits a diamond exactly where he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, Ukra's produced a bit of magic there. He's not in the position that he's normally in. He's not in the position that he wants to be in. And he gets creative to find his mid, and that fools everybody.
Shot set. Blocked only just. Ayush does the job. Scores level now in the third.
I wonder what's going through that man's head. Do you think his team are not delivering on what he wants, or do you think they're just lacking a bit of energy? Do you think getting pumped the first couple of games of the season sort of just takes it out of you? I mean, I've been in teams before struggling to pick up performances and results, and it is the energy you have coming into the gym is different. You walk into the gym to play knowing deep inside that you're not going to make it out of the league stage. It does bring you into the hall with a different sort of perspective. It's hard to sort of shrug it off, but you can still only control what you can, and I don't think they've sort of been there with that. What do you think, KB?
Well, I think there's still quality missing in all elements. And you see the faces of the team, like they have no answer to what's happening right now. And it's a lack of quality in probably all elements. But let's keep positive.
Yeah.
I would like to speak positive about the Calicut Heroes because I like them.
That's a good defense from Delhi, just sat in the right spot. Yeah, the ball's just not in the right spot. That's all.
Yep, Carlos Berrios, alert as ever in the backcourt, the number 10 in the Delhi Toofans side. And Ayush has been so good as well in the front court. Ready to serve now. Goes to zone 5. How about that for a spike from the number 11, Shamim. Shamim shimmies it down. Another RR Kawil super spike. Takes the Calicut Heroes into the lead by just 1 point as we head into the Amul Cool technical timeout. Stay tuned.
Top 5 liberos, Anand leading the way. He's had a quiet evening this evening. Ardash from Calicut in second position at the moment, but they've struggled in the past. Alan, Venugopal and Midhan make up the top 5. I wondered where Manish had gone. Yeah, he's in the Kabil VIP box. I reckon he's snacking on some of his favourite things in life up there.
Yep, I'm that kid in the background, the one you see with that little bowl of ice cream.
I got you down as a big ice cream guy.
Kesar pista. Oh, the chocolate. That was smooth. Yet another arrow from Churio's quiver. 8 apiece now. That man is unstoppable. Shall we give him the player of the match award already for that RR Kabil super spike? How many has he had today?
Yeah, he's had a few. I just would never leave him alone like that. I mean, I think that you have to try and get them out of system, and then you don't have to worry about the wing blocker as much, working with the middle to try and block their middle attack. There's one back. Again, 6 potentially should be sweeping the line there. It's a good swing. And I think Manoj there knows it, but they've given a little bit of an easy out.
Yes, Calicut won this point, but I just think overall the story has been that they seem to be going through the motions. They seem to have no plan to stop Churio. I don't see enough conversations. I'd like to see more leadership from the great Mohan Ukrapanyan, the captain. They trail by 1 and 2 sets. Trail by 1 point in this third set. Okay, make that 2 points then. But the moment Sakleen sets the ball to Churio, the result seems inevitable.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been on fire, isn't he? But I don't know what they're doing to really stop him. I feel like the middle blocker there is in no man's land whatsoever. So again, we've seen when he's under pressure, Churio, he struggles to get past the block, and we've seen him under pressure. He's not really turning much. So I don't know what they've been watching in terms of getting some sort of intel on Churio, but they've left him a little bit unguarded, and they've left him too many avenues to score in. And I think that other teams won't do that to Churio.
You know, the India squad, the Calicut Heroes, have... oh, yes, well done with the left hand. Carlos Berrios. Was that deliberate or fluke? Oh, there is Mr. Sanghi, the owner of the Delhi Toofans. Will be mighty pleased with what he's seen so far of his team in this game. Mr. Alok Sanghi is here. Good to have you here, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I think George has had a good game. An improved game here. That's going to be good for the Delhi Toofans. That's good serving again. Adnan's going to take that free ball. Not in a bad place, but I feel like it would have been tough for Sakleen Tarik to use the middle there. Quite often on that free ball, he's staying away from the... Again, that ball's too far off. And they need to try and get that ball in front of Sakleen Tarik a little bit more. I think they're passing. Over time, I think they're trying to pass to 2.5 the whole game, Delhi, and a little bit off the net, as opposed to getting Sakleen into that sort of like 2.5, 3 position jumping. I'd like to see him there the whole time, because with Delhi, we're not talking about their middles a lot, because they're not getting into the game a lot.
10 apiece now in the third set. Can Calicut sneak one away and take this to set 4? Delhi will want to finish this in the third set in straight games so that they get 3 points. Anand, Sakleen, and Carlos Berrios goes down the line. That was fine. Such a well-controlled service reception that from Anand. Make Sakleen's life easier, who then sets it up beautifully for Carlos Berrios, and then the finish. Just the perfect 1-2-3, finishing with that RR Kabul super spike from the Venezuelan Carlos Berrios. Well done. 11-10 now to the Toofans from Delhi. Pipe straight to Ayush. That came from outside the antenna, and therefore the point has been awarded to the Calicut Heroes. 11 apiece now in the third set. Yup, I think Delhi must review it. To me, in real time, that looked like it was inside the line of that antenna. Looked like a fair ball to me, Louis.
Yeah, it just has to come back the way it went, if that makes sense. So if it's outside, it has to come back outside. If it goes inside, it has to come back inside. But for me, the first pass for Calicut was sort of almost towards the bench. Right. What side is it? I think it's gone inside, come back outside. If that's the case, then it's a point for the Red Army. Or did it? We sort of need to see a little bit higher. Okay. I think it looks like it's gone out on the inside, back on the outside. This might tell us. It's very difficult to tell.
Well, the flag went up straight away.
Yeah, which I don't know why the flag's gone up straight away, because so he's got to make sure he's going under the net, make sure he doesn't interfere with the play. His feet are not in the court, so that's good. Then he brings it back this side, and if the line judge has seen that go, that's a very good decision. Only if it's gone out on the inside. If it's gone over the net on the left-hand side of the antenna, it's got to come back on the left-hand side of the antenna. Well, the reviews are unsuccessful. The ball left one side of the antenna, came back another, and it's all the ones, 11-all. Shamim has been a real bright spark for the Heroes. Sonny Joseph would just love this now. He's had nothing to shout about. Oh! Oh! Bonjour, Manoj Nair. Coming out with the paddle. Bonjour.
Going for the kill, Manoj Nair, the coach of the Delhi Toofans. They need to go up 13-11 and kill this game in this set. Sakleen offers a laddu to Arrow Manchurio, and he laps it up. He gobbles it gleefully and delivers an RR Kabul super spike on the Scapia super point, and in response, the Calicut Heroes going all in as well. This is potentially match point for the Delhi Toofans. The Scapia super point, which is worth 2. If Delhi win it, the game will be theirs. Here we go. And it's done. It's over. The Toofans win in straight sets. The Calicut Heroes look lost. The Toofans have had a really easy outing, easy day at work. Is their campaign back on track and en route to the semi-finals? They still have a lot of work to do. The Calicut Heroes will be left licking their wounds with their 4th consecutive loss. They will stay bottom of the table. The Toofans fans will take this. Their hopes of making it through to the semi-finals are still very much alive. Last year's finalists. And the Calicut Heroes can now perhaps kiss their chances goodbye.
They certainly can. It was poor Delhi. They brought a fairly good base level here this evening. Fairly consistent, but overall, it just wasn't good enough from Calicut. No matter who they put out there, they had Harris out there instead of Uka in the end. They've used everyone in their squad. They're probably the only team to have done that. And this evening was all about Delhi. A great evening for Delhi and the Toofans. Their week, their month, will certainly get a lot tougher, but they can enjoy this win. A fairly comfortable one in the NKB.
Yeah, good question. What was going wrong with the Calicut Heroes?
Yeah, it just wasn't quite there, was it? And I mean, lacking belief, lacking quality. And 3-0, 15-11 in the last set. It was 11-all. 2 super points changed it over. And there's the confirmation. The Delhi Toofans have beaten the Calicut Heroes comfortably 3-0 here in the Prime Volleyball League.
was an absolutely clinical performance from the Delhi Toofans, notching up a 3-0 victory over the Calicut Heroes. And it was unfortunately for the Heroes another match to forget. And right from the get-go, the Calicut Heroes struggled to find their rhythm. And it was evident from the opening point. And Delhi were propelled heavily by their Venezuelan imports. Most notably, Jesus Chaurio, who unfurled his arrows. And boy, his quiver had quite a few of those arrows stocked up. Calicut didn't help their prospects either. They're making quite a few service errors. And the first set went quite asunder for the team from Calicut. The defending champion, Saklen Tariq, as always, was pumped up. He knew there was a job to finish, and finish they did quite spectacularly. The second set again was a display that went entirely Delhi Toofans' way, and the third set, which proved to be the final set, saw Ayush Khasnia deny Abdul Rahim the prospect of a delicious spike. And Jesus Chauria once again proved to be the star turn for Delhi Toofans. So the match stats is a fair reflection of how the game went. Delhi Toofans scored 10 more successful spikes than the Calicut Heroes, managed 3 more blocks than their counterparts, and made a few more unforced errors, but that was expected given their high-octane brand of performance. They scored a total of 45 points against Calicut's 31. So what does this victory do to Calicut and Delhi in the points chart? Delhi zoomed from 7th position all the way up to the top 3 by virtue of that victory, which has given them 3 points. Thanks to that straight set winning performance, Calicut Heroes continue to languish at the bottom, and they have cut a sorry figure, losing all their 4 games and winning just a solitary set. Time now for a short little break. We'll come back to you on the other side with the presentation. Don't go anywhere.
Another super impressive win this for the Delhi Toofans. And let's begin this presentation ceremony by thanking our sponsors. RR Kabul, Scapia, New India Assurance, NTPC, Bank of Baroda, Amul, Mutual Fund, Sahiya, Red Bull, Cello, Costco, Net Enrich, Econ by Paragon. To my right, we have a special presentation party. Mrs. Anita Sanghi, co-owner of the Delhi Toofans, joining us. And representing RR Kabul is Mr. Muthyam Reddy, representing Scapia, Mr. Sai Vikas, our proud customer. Let's start with the Scapia game changer of the match. The super serves really set it up for the birthday boy. Come on in, George Anthony. He is your Scapia game changer today. And how impressive was this special performance on a very special day. Happy birthday, George, and you wouldn't have wanted any better celebration. Getting the job done. And now for your RR Kabul player of the match. The Venezuelan strikes and sets the score on fire time and time again. Can we hear it for Jesus Churio? There's something spectacular about this man. He's been so consistent in these performances for the Toofans. Jesus, first up, I would request you to hand that check over there because I want you to show all your fans that celebration once again on that camera. Go for it. You can place it. You can place the check and do it like you do it on court.
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, fire! So, was this planned? When you came down to India, did you know that this is the kind of celebration you're going to do?
I try only before the last training. I speak with my team. I do this one in my celebration in the match.
And who are you targeting? Because they go in all directions. Is there someone in the audience you're looking at?
I tell also in the beginning from the coach, I come here for enjoy the match, be happy in the match, everything for, if you do like this, you hope everything is fine. For me, I hope everything is fine.
And you are finding joy in this process. You are truly enjoying yourself.
Every time. Also, I dance professional dance.
Oh, wow. So we're going to see your dance moves soon.
I will show you salsa.
Wow.
You know,
what an entertainer.
Everything.
An all-rounder all the way. Well done. Congratulations. This is your moment, Jesus. Thank you so much for your time. And this is a special day. We have a double header. So sending it back to our commentators.
Boy, oh boy, he's been a showstopper both on and off the court. Quite deservedly, the RR Kabul player of the match, Jesus Churio, was everywhere. You saw him on the outside, you saw him on the opposite side. Jesus Churio, every time his captain asked spikes of him, he delivered, and how? In some style. Fittingly, the player of the match on the occasion. Jesus Churio has been a standout performer for the side right from the inception of the season. The Scapia game changer of the match. Again a popular choice. Again a resounding choice by a distance. The birthday boy George Anthony. Speak of making your special days just that wee bit more special. That's exactly what George Anthony brought to the party tonight. And he unleashed quite a few thunderous serves aside from producing a handful of blistering spikes. And the Mutual Fund's Sahi Hai moment of the match was an absolute piece of deceptive brilliance from the young Venezuelan superstar Carlos Berrios. Carlos, the magician Berrios, if I may add. A brilliant deception right at the very end where he placed a dump with his wrong hand. But that was just part one of the Super Sunday. Coming up next is match number 18 between the Ahmedabad Defenders and the Hyderabad Blackhawks in not too long from now. Stay tuned. We'll bring you live action in not too long from now.